Powered by Riverside FM.
What I'm trying to say is that if I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
You're listening to WildFireRadio.com presents the Jerry Torres program. No bad news, no sad news, no politics, no religion, just happy fun stuff. And now, here's your host, Jerry Torres.
Five-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Now go do that voodoo that you do so well.
Hello? Oh my God. Hello? Oh my Lord. Hello? Oh, come on, baby.
Access denied.
All right, baby.
Access granted.
All right, time for action. Yeah.
Gear scene, take two. Action!
Yeah. My God. Hey, welcome one and all to another edition apposado of the Jerry Torrezo programo. Whoa. And I appreciate everybody coming on, staying on. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Oh my God. The reason why I'm coming on late is because I was finding two scripts that I wrote and I couldn't find them. I sent them to my friend Selena. I know she has them, and I knew I should have saved the copy, which I thought I did, but I didn't. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm going through ChatGPT, which I call her Rhonda, and she dug deep, and nothing. And I don't know if she still found them. She's still looking for them, and I was like, oh my God. Please help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. But to no avail, I went deep and I was like, you know what? God, I can't. I was like almost 2 hours digging deep, man. Ow, my head. Ow. So I couldn't find him. And, God bless, my Chat GPT, Rhonda. She's, oh my God, going deep. Oh my God, man. Yeah. So I'm hoping like it would be found and I'd be content. So let's see what happens, man. So anyway, so let's talk about it right now. And no, I'm not going to hit the soccer sound effects. But Colombia and Switzerland, what a game. What a game. And it went to overtime and it went to penalty kicks and to no avail, it was 4-3. And I give it to the Swiss, man. It was a great game. And it could have been to sudden death if the ball didn't hit the line and went outside the goal, the net. And I was like, oh my God, physics, what the hell, man? So it was an intense game. And what was great about the Swiss people and the Swiss soccer team, they were gentlemen. They were great sportsmanship, no abysmal winners, no abysmal losers. They showed their grace and kindness to the Colombian team, and that was beautiful to see and very rare. But it was a great game. Unlike the United States versus Belgium. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah. Oh my God, that was the most horrible soccer game I have ever seen in my life. And let me tell you something, man. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. It was bad. And yeah, 4-1 Belgium. And I'm kind of glad Belgium won. You know, that's what you get when you mix politics and sports. Not a good combination between the two. And Donald Trump is mush. That's what he is. He's Mr. Mush. From the character from that movie, A Bronx Tale. He's mush. That's what he is. And like when the Knicks could have swept that game so freaking early. But no, he stood there, saw the game, and they lost. And when he left, you know, they won again. It's like, oh crap. But when you get Adolf Trump involved, it's like, okay, let's see what happens. And it happened. Yep. Mush. They lost and lost horribly, man. Yeah. 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 Round of applause for that, please. Yeah. And laughter. Humiliating, dude. Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the American soccer team anyway. I wasn't because I knew they were going to lose. I knew they were going to lose badly. And the United States should have no involvement in world soccer. They shouldn't, man. Stick to baseball, stick to our baseball, basketball, football, and tennis, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it was bad. That was the most horrible. It was like as if they didn't want to play, they didn't want to be there, you know. And here's another thing. I was hearing about this on the sports radio show that I listened to on satellite radio. I listened to 3 of them. The one thing they always said about goalies, hold on, is that, hold on, there we go, is that when you're a goalie, right, you never walk away from the goal, and unless if you see the opposing team, like 3 or 4 team members, and the ball's coming close to you, you never walk away. You always run to the ball, you know, throw your body over it, grab it as quick as you can, or kick it as quick as you can. But you never walk away from the net as far as, I don't know, maybe like 10 feet, at least that. Because when you see the opposing team, like 3 or 4 members of the opposing team getting close, eventually they're going to score. 9 out of 10 has always happened in of many games have I seen in soccer where the goalie walks away just to grab the ball, but the ball is not at a distance yet. He just walked to the ball, walked towards it. Hi, little ball. How you doing? Hi, I'm your friend. Come here. Come here. No, you come here. It's like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Why are you? I've seen goalies run to the ball or like slam their whole body over it, you know, or they quickly pick it up and just, you know, give a point to when their teammates, hey, I'm throwing you to the left, you know, whatever. He didn't do none of that. So what did he try to do? He walked up towards it slowly and then tried to kick it. And what happened? The foot got caught in the grass, and then the other team was like, oh, my opportunity died, and bam, goal. So next thing you know, it was disaster, laughable, pathetic. The American soccer team was horrible. They effing sucked donkey balls. I'll say it again. The American soccer team fucking sucked donkey balls. Yeah. And it goes to show you, you don't mix politics with sports. Anyone knows that. And especially with Adolf Mush, who kiboshed the American team, you know, and seriously, he had to call for a favor. Hey, why don't you lift that red card thing? I was like, dude, what the hell? No. Rules are rules. You know, once you get that red card, either you suspend it for the game, for the next game, you know, and you just don't play. That's it, you know? That sound effect was called Power Down. I don't know why the hell I hit it, you know? But besides all that, Belgium played that game like nothing. Like, yo, this is like drinking water, man. You know what I mean? This is like blowing dust off a counter. This is why are they here? we could win this game with our legs tied together. You know what I mean? It's like, so anyway, the United States is out. I'm happy. I'm kind of glad because listen, the American soccer team is corrupt. I may be an American, but I'm not a corrupt American. Okay. And never mix politics with sports because look what happens. You know, Knicks, like I said, when the New York Knicks were in it, they were winning. All they had to do was win game 3 and boom, that's it. No, Mush man was there, Adolph Mush, and he was, I'm gonna wish it was a great game. It's like, yeah, it could have been a great game if you weren't there. And then now the American soccer team lost horribly 4-1. And I mean, come on, people. Let's laugh at the American soccer team again. Come on. They deserve it. Humiliating. Yeah, who is it? Hello? Wow, who is at the door? Oh, it's Donkey Suckballs. Hey. Oh my God, dude. But besides all that, they're out. I'm kind of glad they're humiliated. You won't see them in any sports interviews or talk shows or none of that shit because they're embarrassed. It's humiliating, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm kind of glad Belgium won. They were making fun of our Adolf and they were playing what is that YMCA song. I was like, yeah, do what you do, Belgium. God bless them. God bless the Belgian team, soccer team. Yes. Do I? Oh, whoop, sorry. Wrong button I hit. Let me see. Let me go back here. There you go. Do I have any sound effects of happiness? What the hell, man? Hold on. No, I'm not going to hit happy. No. I mean, if I hit that sound effect, I know what's going to happen. All right, there we go. You know what? You know what? Here we go. Here's a glass of champagne. Here's to the Belgian team. Cheers, mate. Yeah. But the American soccer team, get out of here. Yeah. Let me see. Do I have out of here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wait a minute. Where the hell is it? Yeah. Peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah. Where the hell's my out of here?
Out.
That's it. And out of here.
Get him out of here.
That's it, man. Life goes on with happiness. Okay. So the World Cup is still going on, and France beat Morocco 2-0 and 2-0. Sorry. So now it's going to be Norway tomorrow. Wait, what the hell is the soccer schedule tomorrow? Hold on. Un momento, por favor. There you go. No, not that. And go up here and go up there. Slamma bamba boomba there. Okay. And oh my God. What the hell? World Cup schedule. There we go. Okay, so tomorrow at 3:00 is Spain versus Belgium. Saturday at 5 is Norway and England. Saturday is Argentina and Switzerland. Okie dokie dokie do. So in other words, now there's 6 teams left. Two. Okay, so now it's getting better. There's only one America's team left. That's Argentina. That's it. The rest are all European teams. España is like España and Argentina are the last 2 Latin countries. Oh yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. All these 3 games happening is going to be intenso. So we'll see what happens then. But besides all that, people, today was a rainy day. It was raining. It was thunderstorms, and but before it was happening, again, ladies and gentlemen, I know you get excited for me to talk about it, but I was cutting the grass today. Yeah. Yeah, there I was cutting the grass. Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
And and I was cutting the grass evenly, and I was using the weed whacker, and when I cut the grass, I got to make sure like everything is cut. I cannot have no weeds, nothing like that. I've been killing my weeds lately because they're ugly. Let's put it that way, man. So I've been spraying, I've been cutting and lawn mowing and just making sure my front and backyard is serene, perfect. You know what I mean? I want it to be looked. You're like, oh, look at that yard. It's beautiful, you know? And I'm planning to buy more flowers. That's another thing to put in my front yard. Ugh, God, I don't want to gay it up. I really don't. Not to insult, but I mean, I'm like saying or feminize it. There you go. That's a better word. You know what I mean? I pretty much have to masculine it. You know, I'm gonna try to find some masculine uh what the hell? There's no flowers that are masculine. What the hell? Dandelions. There you go. For find some dandelions because the word lions on there. But then the first word is dandy. Damn it. Dandelions and roses? No. Um, dragon cloves. There you go. Something. I don't know, man. But besides all that, I maintain and take care of my front and backyard as good as well as possible. I mean, listen, I have a lawnmower, I have a weed whacker, I have a hedge trimmer, I have these huge heavy clippers that can cut like a branch that's like 4 to 5 inches thick. And I also like have a leaf blower that I just blow everything out of the way. And then after like I make sure I'm not out there for like 30 minutes. When I cut the lawn, it's more than like an hour 30, sometimes up to 2 hours I'm out there cutting because I gotta make sure everything is cut evenly, everything is out of the way, all the weeds, all the disgusting whatever, is out, 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 out. I cannot have weeds in my front or backyard, and I can't have it like looking trashy. I was like, yeah, I gotta make it look presentable. Like, ooh, look at that yard. It's amazing. Oh yeah, yeah. Because every time I pull weeds out, here's the problem: when you pull a weed out, 50 more come out. Revenge. Well, we can't, you know, we're avenging our friend for growing from 1 to 1,000. And these weeds in my front yard are like relentless. Like they have a mind of their own, man. So I grab the weed killer spray and I spray it all over. And next thing you know, I'm like, oh, good. They're gone. They're dead. Ugh, God, man. So anyway, so tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment. It's a physical, I might have to take a urine. No blood work. They're not requesting blood work, but it's just a regular physical, my breathing, my checking my heart, and I might request. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me see. Wait, I got to remember what to ask the doctor tomorrow. Uh, Wagovi. I mean, Wagovi. And what else is there? Stress test. I may ask for a stress test. Let me see here. Signs of no stroke. No stroke. Boom. There you go. Those are the three questions I'm going to have. Wegovy, stress test, and no stroke. So it's going to be a urine test and then like checking my heart, my back, whatever, everything of everything. Because I haven't had a physical in a year. Because I don't want to be like a hypochondriac like my mom was. Oh, I gotta go to the doctor. Oh, I gotta go to the doctor again. What the F, woman? Damn it. So it's gonna be a physical. I don't think he's gonna draw blood because I ate. I mean, so um right now, you know, it's what the hell's going on here? Oh my god. Anyway, so right now I'm just gonna be, you know, relaxed. I didn't eat much today. I was like, oh man. So tomorrow morning, let me see what the weather's like tomorrow morning. Hold on. Let me un momento, o por favor, otra vez, sonoras. Okay, here we go. So let's see. Weather tomorrow. So it stopped raining. So tomorrow's gonna be 82 and cloudy. That's pretty good weather right there. So I'm gonna go jogging tomorrow. And then after jogging, I'm gonna come home, make a smoothie, and after my smoothie, I am gonna take a shower and get ready to see the doctor. And then after that, go for my physical and see what the doctor says from there, you know, because I'm not worried. I'm not scared. You know what I mean? If, God forbid, if the doctor says, oh, you got this, you got that, I'm like, okay, you got to go somehow. I mean, it's like, whatever. But, yeah, I'm looking forward for my physical tomorrow. Let's see how it goes, And yeah, so it's at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to go jogging first thing in the morning, get it out of the way, and then after that, come home, take a shower, and then get dressed, and around like 9:15, 9:30, leave my house, and then right there. Hey, Doc, what's it going? How's it be? Oh my God. So it was raining today, and I loved it, man. I was home. I was at my desk. You see, this is the type of guy that I am. I'm not a home. I'm a homebody person. Don't get me wrong. I do like to go out. I would like to travel again. When I did the stand up comedy, when I traveled during stand up comedy, I went to like states like Washington State, Montana, and then I went to Idaho, Wisconsin, Wyoming, California, and North Dakota. So experiencing different states, like I mean, God, I went to Virginia, West Virginia, Florida. Good God, Florida too many times. I got tired of it. Then I went to North and South Carolina. Then before 9/11, I did a show up in North New York. I mean, the up North New York, and it was the border between Canada and New York. And before 9/11, you could just walk over there. Hey, I'm in Canada. Hey, I'm in the States. And nothing happened. I mean, no border patrol, and no cameras, no heavy fences. It was like a line and a sign over it that says, "Welcome, you're now entering Canada," blah, 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 blah. And I remember I went up there, I was like, And this was like the time before like the internet and cell phones had you can record everything and post it up. I had a flip phone, but it was flip phones like was like a brick with a taped antenna on it. So I remember I would go up there and say, "Hey, I'm in Canada. I'm in the United States again." And again, it was before anybody said, "Were you ever in Canada?" Yes, I was. Mm, mm. For like a brief 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know if Canadian border was gonna like tackle me down or something. But then when 9/11 happened, I used to have a buddy that lived up north New York. He said, "Now there's a fence. There's American and Canadian patrol. They got cameras everywhere." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, times have changed." I was like, "Damn." It's like there are areas up north between the United States and Canada where you can just walk over. But they said don't do it. You know what I mean? Because hey, what's your purpose? Do you have identification? Huh? Yeah, blah 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 blah. I'm like, damn it. Oh my God. So yeah, I would like to do the. I've always said like the day I win the lottery, help on my family first, and basically go to the places I wanted to go. But the things I really want to do is number one, take the Viking cruise ship, right? Go across Europe. But the one thing I really want to do, and I've been checking it out online a lot, is taking a train ride across the United States. And I checked it out. It's expensive. It's not cheap at all, like 5 grand. 5 day because one, they give you a cabin, two, it's like everything's once you get that cabin, you're good. And you got television, you got internet, you got a bathroom, you got a shower in there, and they got like a dining car, basically what you see in the movies, you know. And I was like, wow, but it's not cheap at all. It's like $3,000 to $5,000. But you get to go across all the United States, and then there's another train station I would love to go across Canada. Same thing. And I was like, damn, I would love to do those two things. Like go across Canada, go across, United States. And I was like, damn, I will do that. I would love to do that. So just explore, take pictures. Hey, I was here. Hey, I saw a mountain goat humping another humping mountain goat. And I was like, damn, it's pretty cool. See waterfalls and see something different. Because it's like I've known people half my life. Listen, I live in a small town called Mount Holly, New Jersey. It's in central New Jersey, Center Park. And I'm thankful that I got out of state and explored other states. You know, I was in Mexico, I was in Colombia, I was in San Andreas, I was in Puerto Rico, and yes, Canada. But sometimes I meet people that never left Mount Holly. It's like, what the hell? Like I've been to other townships in New Jersey, Neptune, Hoboken, uh, good God, New Brunswick, Vernon, New Jersey. I even went up to the tip of the southern part of New Jersey. That's Cape May. I did that once, and I'm not doing it again. because the reason why, because I drove 3 hours, didn't get a hotel. By the time I got there, I stuck around there for like 4 or 5 hours and just saw the lighthouse and saw this and saw that. And I was like, I was with my second fiance at the time, and you know, next thing you know, I was like, hey, let's go back home. And I drove another 3 hours back. I was like, damn it. So the next time I go and do that, I'm going to get a hotel first. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to spend the night here, maybe 2 nights, and get the feel of New Jersey, the southern tip of it. Oh, my God, man. But besides all that, just travel and have a good time. And I'm on the verge of paying off my credit cards. That's another good thing that I'm doing. So I'm hoping I can pay them off by the end of this month. The only thing I have to worry about is my Capital One. That's it. I can make monthly payments on that easily. So besides all that, man. So next Thursday, I'm going to go see the Odyssey. And from what I read online, it's about 3 hours long. All right, let's see how it is in the Odyssey on Rotten Tomatoes. The Odyssey on Rotten Tomatoes. Here we go. All right. So far, the results are nil, nothing, zip, zilch, canada. Oh my God. So far, oh my God, man. I mean, there's got to be results. What the hell, dude? All right, here we go. To see. No results on Rotten Tomatoes. You cock pee pee poo poo head. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Foul language left and right. Somebody tranquilize me. All right, the Odyssey first reaction is the most see theatrical. Okay, so I'm reading the most see, must see. I'm reading it from critics. Okay, so the Odyssey. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? The Odyssey from 1997. Oh my God. You jerk off. All right. All right, there we go. Oh my God. Okay, so there's the Odyssey from 1997. It's an hour and 31 minutes long. Oh my God. Ugh. My Lord. It is long. Okay. Hold on. Let me figure this out here. Here we go. The Odyssey, 1997. Okay. So there was an Odyssey that came out in 1997. It was a mini-series on Sci-Fi Network. It was PG-13. Yeesh. Oh my God. Yeah, and it's pretty much received a great review. Yeah, like 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not bad at all. All right, so let me try this again. I might see that one before I see the one in the theaters. Oh God. All right. Let me see here. The Odyssey. Bloop. There it is. There it is. Okay. You know what? Screw it. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna watch it. Don't think so. All right, hold on. All right. So besides all that, so I might see it. It's 1996. It's 75% Rotten Tomatoes, which I hear is pretty good. But an hour and 31 minutes, that's not bad. Unlike the Christopher Nolan, which is 3 days long, I'm like, oh my God, is my bladder prepared for that? Do I have any pee sounds? Let me see. Do I have pee water sounds? Water. Hold on. Let me try this. Water. Oh my Lord. I'm going to punch this damn thing. Here we go. Water. There you go. Water impact. That's a water? What the hell? Splash. Let me try splash. Oh my God, man. Here, that's splat. Here. There you go. Anyway. So yeah, the Odyssey is Christopher Nolan's, and they did one in 1997. I might see that, just to watch it, damn it. All right, so let me see here. There's like an Odyssey that came out in no, that's Odyssey, not the Odyssey. No, no, no. Okay. So yika yaka boom boom bang bang. Okay. There's a cartoon version of the Odyssey. I ain't gonna see that one. PG-13 my ass. Um yeah, so 3 hours long. I'm like, oh my God. I might have to pee like crazy or watch how much I drink before I see it. You know? I might like pee before I leave the house and then pee when I get to the movie theater and then pee again and again and again. Oh my Lord, am I prepared for this? I don't know. So here already it's getting rave reviews, but Rotten Tomatoes has not come out with its ratings yet. But the people, the top critics that saw it, they were pretty much saying that it is a must see. And now I've read the Odyssey with the story of Homer, I the story from Homer, and I read that short story many years ago. And then there was a book I remember that I read about it. It was detailing, hey, this is what it is. Hey, this is what's happening. I'm like, oh, okay. So then they made one in 1997. I didn't see it. I kind of knew it. I was like, yeah, I mean, hold the nose. I know the whole story, and I know the ending. He gets revenge, and it's a lethal revenge. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy crap! Eh, you know what? Screw it. I'll spoil it. He kills everybody except for his wife and his son. So yeah, it was. The story is about like this king. Oh my God, what was his name? Damn it! Hold on. Oh my God. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay. So the story is about Odysseus, and which is called the Odyssey. And Odysseus was this general, and he was good friends with Achilles and Ajax, whatever. Anyway, so after they defeated Troy, slaughtered, destroyed the whole kingdom, he pissed off the gods, something. So they punish him. So they put him on an island, and he was on that island for like 10 years. But he had a lady taking care of him. You know what I mean? And so hold on for a second. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. So there was this. What was the name of the queen? I can't remember. But anyway, so but he moved. He was becoming homesick. He wanted to go home. He missed his wife. He missed his child. And he was like a king. And there was this other king that was pretty much just taking over his home, eating his food. Many of them tried to like have sex with his wife, and because the wife believed he was still alive, listen, he's dead. All right, you know what I mean? And they were going to kill his son. But I mean, all this that was happening, he was trying to get back to his home, and oh my God, you know what? Let me just get it. The story of the Odyssey. There we go. Okay, so all right, so here we go. Now I'm trying to give it the best way that I know how. So what I'm going to do is this. All right, so it's a 24 book ancient Greek epic poem attributed to Homer. Now, it follows a heroic king, Ithaca, Odysseus, right, on a fraught 10-year journey to return home after a Trojan War. Right now, during his absence, his wife Penelope and son Telemachus, I think that they pronounce it, must defend their home from unruly suitors vying for power. Now, after leaving Troy, Odysseus and his fleet face incredible perils of wrath from the sea god Poseidon. Their journey is defined by a series of famous trials: the Lotus Eaters, the Cyclops, and the Circle of the Underworld, and Sirens of the Monsters. Okay, so let me define what it is. The Lotus Eaters were some of Odysseus's men eat a neurotic lotus plant, losing all desire to go home. Okay, the Cyclops. They are trapped in a cave by a giant Cyclops, Polymutheus. I think is how you pronounce it. But anyway, Odysseus blinds him to escape, but makes the mistake of revealing his name, provoking a curse. Now, if anyone has read the story, how he tricked the Cyclops, right? And I believe the story goes, "What is your name?" And he says, "No one." "That is your name." And Odysseus responds back by saying, "No one, no one." And he was like, "Oh." So then all of a sudden, when the other Cyclops were hearing what was going on, "What's going on in there? What's going on trouble?" And the Cyclops responds back, "No one." And they all, "Oh, okay." And they left. I was like, "Oh shit." I think that's how it goes. But anyway. And Circle of the Underworld. The enchantress Circe turns some of his men into swine afterwards. Odysseus travels to the underworld to seek a prophecy. The sirens of the monsters. Odysseus must navigate past the enchanting but deadly sirens and choose between the six-headed beast Cycula, I think as I pronounce it, and the massive whirlpool Charlidius and Calypso's island. After his men are killed for angering the gods, Odysseus is marooned on the island of Ogygia, where the nymph Calypso holds him captive for 7 years. So that's how it all happened. So eventually the gods intervene and force Calypso to release Odysseus as he washes up in, oh my God, these damn Greek words or Roman words, Pathisia, where he recounts his harrowing adventures. Now, the Pathicians provide him a ship. They finally return him to Ithaca. Disguised as a beggar by Athena, Odysseus reunites with his son and loyal servants. Together, they orchestrate a plan to defeat the suitors. Penelope tests the stranger with an impossible archery contest, which only Odysseus can win. He reveals his true identity and slaughters the suitors, ultimately reestablishing peace and order to the kingdom. So, being that as it may, now it's a wonderful story, and the king of Paradisians was a kind king. And so he had to hear his story, what happened. He describes in detail, "Oh, I was in this. Oh, I was in that. I was, trapped in here, and my men were killed, and I just want to go back and see my wife and my family. I miss them." And this king from the Paradisians, whatever the hell, said, "You know what? I heard your story. I believe you, and I will help you." I was like, "Oh, wow." But 3 hours damn long. I don't know, man. Oh, my God. Anyway, but I'm going to go see it next Thursday. That's a guarantee. Hold on. Oh, my God. All right. So, yeah. So I'm going to see The Odyssey next Thursday. I'm real excited. And yeah, man. We'll see what happens. All right. So now I'm going to promote a show. Uno momento, por favor. There we go. So it's a show that is happening. Oop, wrong one. All right. So it's a show that's happening this Saturday. It's called it's from the Camden Comedy Collective, Camp Comedy Fire. Yes, it's a free show Saturday, July 11th. Showtime's at 7:30 p.m. and at 9:30. 120 Creek Road, Mount Laurel, New Jersey. It's a live comedy show. There's it's on the social network. It's on the advertisement, the picture, and everything. It's on TikTok, Instagram, and on Facebook. Scan the QR code that way you can get the directions to where it is. And a lot of great comedians are performing there. I'll name them all. I don't care. Scott Kiggins, Frank Lawson, Tuli Mulan, Matt Liam, David Burrows, 215 Iggy, Corey Destrella, Daisy, and my good buddy Latisse is going to be there. I'm real excited. And the headliner, Michael Beavers, and also the host, the man, Joey Lupo. Yes. So it's going to be a great comedy show. Bring s'mores or you got hot dogs. It's going to be a great time. So God willing, it doesn't rain. If it doesn't rain, it's going to be a great show. So check it out, people. Check it out. Oh my God, man. God. I don't know, man. From the movie, from cutting my grass, from cleaning the house early this morning, I was like, "Ugh, God," folding my laundry clothes. I was like, "Can I rest?" And then, like, almost an hour or two trying to find 2 scripts that I have written. I can't find them anywhere. Let me see if they popped up. Nope. Oh, all right, let me go here. Nope, nothing there either. All right. So besides all that, I managed just to keep a cool head and just do what I need to get done. And I was watching the series Mole. Yes. Wow. That is not a show for little kids. I'm going to say that right now. Hold on. Oh my God. My nose. Hold on. Ah. So I was watching Mall, and I insist for everybody to see it.
I insist.
And some of my buddies at my job saw it, and they were like, "Yo, you got to see Mall." It's like, really? It's like it's not so. Yeah, because every Star Wars animated, they made it too happy, too kidsy. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, no, Mall is totally different. It's dark. It's like evil, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. It's not what you think. It's like it's not gonna be like, hey kids, let's do this. Let's go to another galaxy. No, it's not like that at all. I was like, all right, I'll check it out. So saw the first 5 episodes, and wow, it is good. I was like, damn. So by far, it's the storyline is pretty good. It was like his early days as like a evil warlord, and he uses Sith powers to control like gangs, and he was a thief, but he was like a gangster. He was a mobster. Damn it! And I'm like, ooh, okay. Never knew about this background about him. So yeah, man. So I'm hoping it'll be a good series. Like it's 10 episodes. I'm like, damn. So I think I'm up to 4 or 5. I can't tell. So yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to continuing and finishing the series. Yeah, here we go. Star Wars. Oh my God. Let me try that again. Yeah. Am I cool or what? Anyway. Oh my God. Okay. So I was on this thing called the internet, and I was checking out what the hell is this? Oh my God. Uh-huh. Oh God. All right. Yeah, hold on. Let me call him. It's my cousin's calling me. Hold on. If he picks up. Hey, you know the door was unlocked? Did you come over? Oh, I thought you came over. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. All right, never mind then. So I'll see you Saturday. Come around if you want. Come around like 6:30 or 7 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. I mean Saturday. All right. What time you coming over Saturday? 8:30 is fine. 8:30 is fine. All right, dude. Okay, cuz. All right, later. Yeah, my brother and his daughter are taking a trip to California, and I think he'll be gone for like 4 days. Yeah, so I asked my cousin to come over on Saturday to watch him on Sunday, and yeah, man, the lady that watches him, she only watches like Monday to Wednesday. So I asked my cousin to come over and to watch him, give him a good snack, give him a good meal, you know what I mean? Make sure he doesn't do nothing stupid. Oh, good Lord, man. I'm trying to breathe. So what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I was on this thing called the internet, And Sylvester Stallone's birthday was passed, and the man turns 80 years old. 80 years old. He's still acting and still doing this thing. And God bless him, man. He gave us great movies and great, one-liners. Everybody imitates him. Like a low-brow moronic idiot, but he's not. You know, but Stallone has, an Oscar winner. They're making a movie about the making of Rocky, what the hell that he went through to make it. They did a documentary about it, and like when they interviewed him, I think it was the act inside the actor studio. Uh, I remember in an interview they asked him about what he went through to make this movie. I mean, they wanted James Caan, and they wanted Burt Reynolds, and then they like wanted these other actors to do it, but it was like too much money, and it was a low budget film, for its time. So Stallone was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it. And I'm like, okay. So the man, you know, did it, and the movie is now a classic, the first Rocky film. So the Italian Stallion has been one of the biggest stars for the decades, but what movies are his best? Now, there's a big debate over the weekend, social media about Sylvester Stallone's best movies. Now, Stallone's one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. He fell out for a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. It was like one bomb film after another bomb film. And at the time before streaming services, there were movies that he made, but they went straight to DVD, which means like this movie is a sucky bomb piece of shit. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? Oh, let's put it straight to DVD, but at the bottom of the pile. And I was like, oh shoot, that's bad. I mean, and so they gave him the reputation for just being an action lug, and but the guy can really do dramatic acting, like prime example, Rocky, you know. And it was a movie called Copland. He did a great job in Copland. So the filmography about this man, this guy can Oscar nominated writer who literally built two successful franchises. And today, you know, I pretty much wanted to go over 10 of his best films that represent his personal best work. Now, there are ones here where he shines as the star and the co-star, and where he's certified as legend for years to come. Now, as we know, number one, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to go 10-1 because I don't know why it's going back. All right, here we go. I'm going to go back to, there we go, number 10. God, I wish I had that sound effect. Number 10. All right. Now, I really didn't like this movie that much, but they claim it's one of his 10 best films. The Expendables 2010. Okay. Now, it was directed by Stallone, writers David Callum, cast Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Eric Roberts, all these tough guy films. All right, all these tough guys. It was basically an homage to all the tough guys in every movie. Right now, oh my God, I don't want to read this whole thing. Damn it. So it's about these military, former military guys, and they're pretty much become militia, uh, hired guns basically to take care of business, and possibly it's like one of it, like okay, one of his good films, I guess. And The Expendables is a love letter to old school practical stunt work and physical filmmaking that shook up the Marvel era and gave us a tactical look of the stars of today. And too much to read. Moving on. All right. Number 9, Rambo. Oop, let me go up here. Sorry, missed it. All right, Rambo 2008. By far, this is one of the best Rambo films from the original first Rambo. Now, it was directed by Stallone, writers Art Monterosali, Stallone, and the cast Stallone, Julie Benz, and Matthew Marsden. In the First Blood, is a psychological drama to the fourth Rambo film, is a brutal, uncompromising look at what it would do to a man if he actually were an action hero. And you get the destruction of the legacy, which Stallone directs and co-writes again. Now, I love seeing this guy dealing with the devoted to killing, and he's really good at it. And now he has to kill more in order to bring justice back to the jungles. The final scene was a classic. I loved it. Where he shoots off all the bad guys with that big surface to air machine gun. Like, was that 60 caliber? Was it? Oh my god. He like went to town and destroyed everybody. All the bad people, of course. But yeah, it was a great film. I loved it. It was bashed by the critics. F them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, let alone watching it. All right. So number 8, Nighthawks, 1981. I love this movie for its time. You know what I mean? By today's standards, like, what? Really? You know? But it was directed by Bruce Malmuth, writer David Shaber, cast Stallone, Billy D. Williams, Rutger Hauer, and Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman. Now, this is an underrated neo-noir thriller that often gets lost between Rocky and Rambo. Stallone plays Dicky Da Silva, a street smart New York City undercover cop hunted by a ruthless international terrorist played by Rutger Hauer. You kind of have the dry 70s look, feel, that pops off the screen as Stallone gathers clues and explores the psychological toll of having to hunt a monster without becoming one yourself. Now, the ending could have been a little better, you know what I mean? But it was a good film. I liked it. And anytime it comes on, I watch it. Again, it has that 70s look feel. Number 7, Rocky Balboa, 2006. Directed by Stallone, writer Stallone, cast Stallone, Burt Young, Milo Ventimiglia, and Geraldine Hughes. By far, this was a great film. The dialogue, the acting, the performances from all the actors. It was a great film, and it brought back what Rocky was. Like he was down and out in the beginning, and he's down and out again, but he's not going to be down and out in life. So yeah, he pretty much, and I love like they did the restaurant, Adrian's, and a lot of like familiar faces made a comeback. But yeah, this by far was one of the best Rocky films ever due to the very first one. I liked it. Number 6, Demolition Man, 1993. Director Marco Brambilla, writers Peter M. Linkoff, Robert Renier, and Daniel Waters. Cast Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, and Sandra Bullock. It's a cult classic, not a classic. The movie is totally insane. It involves criminals from the past and the future, and it has a satire. He plays a character called John Spartan, a blunt cop who destroys anything in his way to catch criminals. It was okay. Am I the type of guy that would see it anytime it comes on? No. Regretfully, I saw it in the theaters, and I saw it again when it came back on TV, and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm good. No more. I'm moving on. Yeah. Number 5, Cliffhanger, 1993. Director Rainier Harlan, writers Michael France and Sylvester Stallone, cast Sylvester Stallone, John Lithgow, Michael Rooker, and Janine Turner. Yeah, I got her name. Now, the movie is absolute pinnacle of the 90s high concept action cinema. Now, you could pick it so easily. It became one of the most hallmarks of Stallone's aura. All right. These were the kind of movies that was meant to headline. Now, the opening sequence where a rescue cable snaps and, during the Rocky Mountains, this girl dies and Stallone co-writes the script. Now, it was an okay movie. It had its surprises. It had the tough guyness in it. There were talks about making a sequel. How? I mean, I don't know why. But yeah, the Cliffhanger was a-okay. It had a lot of great moments. Would I see it again? I don't know. Unless I'm really bored and it's up, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. What the hell? Number 4, Copland, 1997. Director James Mangold, writer James Mangold, cast Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, and Robert De Niro. Now, this was a film which pretty much made Hollywood say, wow, Stallone can act. Stallone is at his best when he's betting on himself. At this movie was him at the height of his fame, taking a massive pay cut and gaining 40 pounds to star alongside the greatest dramatic actors of his generation. James Mangold's gritty crime drama and, Copland. Now he gets to be the sad NYPD guy who has no idea where he fits into this world of corrupt cops, as he does in acting against heavy hitters like De Niro and Liotta, and lots of the other standout. Now Stallone gets walked all over by these guys until he finally explodes and steals their movie. It's a great film, great acting from Stallone and De Niro and Liotta. From beginning to end, it was suspense. It was like you're asking questions, what's going to happen next? And it makes you wonder, like, wow, this goes on every day. Corrupt cops, and there's always that one good cop. Except he wasn't a cop, he was a sheriff. But he knew what was going on. They were pretty much bullying him, using him, taking advantage of him because, he was a limp sheriff of some small town in Jersey. Until he realized, they were poking a stick and a rat in a cage, and look what happens. He brought everybody down. Next thing you know, he revealed that there was corruption in this town, and he wasn't having it, which goes to tell you, you never mess with a small town cop or a small town sheriff. But it was a great movie. I loved it. The acting was great. The writing was great. And pretty much the storyline alone, especially the ending, was original. So in other words, you can only push a man so far. Oh my God. Number 3, Creed 2015. Director Ryan Coogler, writers Ryan Coogler and Aaron Covington. Cast Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, and Tessa Thompson. Now, this movie gets back to the Rocky roots. I loved it. It was an Oscar-nominated film, and Coogler uses his beautiful long take of cinematography during the boxing matches that mirrors the vibes of the early movie too, which means he brought it back like the old school way, like the camera in the back while he's walking towards the ring. And there was like no playing of any Rocky theme. It was about this kid who was Apollo Creed's son who wants to be a boxer, but who does he go to for training? Stallone. He's the new Mickey. And, it's a well-developed film. It's very well acted, very well directed. I loved it. And Creed 2, then there was Creed 3, which were good films, from an Oscar winner like Michael B. Jordan. It was like, wow. It had a lot of great performances and great moments in it. So it had that return of that Rocky feel, Number 2, First Blood, 1982. Director Ted Kotcheff, writers Michael Kozel, William Sakim, Stallone, based on a novel by David Morrell. Cast Stallone, Richard Crenna, and Brian Dennehy. Now, this was like 4 and 1 of the Rambo series were the best. And I would say pretty much I was a Vietnam vet with PTSD, a Vietnam vet who was attacked by a corrupt police department. Hold on, my eyes. Okay. They messed with the wrong guy, and they learned that the super soldier who underwent a transformative training a secret weapon. The brilliance of Stallone's performance, where he is how much he does with his eyes and barely speaking for the first 2 acts. All this builds up with the monologue about the psychological cost of war that he delivers at the end of the movie. Now, if anyone's seen the making of Rambo, there was dialogue, and he was supposed to say smart things back. He was supposed to be like, I'm going to slaughter all you guys and everything else. But Stallone was like, no, he's a soldier that went through a lot. So he's a quiet guy. He wants to lead a quiet life. But push come to shove from the sheriff, he pretty much, clipped the wrong wire and detonated a huge monster super soldier, But the acting was great. The performances, the action scenes, the ending scene was like he was supposed to die. It was based on the book, and there was a lot of changes in the book. Like number one, he was supposed to die at the end. They changed that. The sheriff he was supposed to kill, but he did it. You know. So, and what else? Other ones? It was supposed to be like a. Let me see. God, there was so many changes in the film, but all in all, Rambo: First Blood Part One was a classic. It's the best. I love it when it comes on, and yeah, it was cold, and it was filmed up in northern Canada, in a town. Which we have the Rocky statue here. They made a wood carving of Stallone holding his machine gun up there. And one day I'm gonna go up there and see it. You know what I mean, I forgot. Okay, hold on. Let me find out this. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Let me go here. 2580. Okay, there we go. Where was the film Rambo: First Blood filmed? Ah, there it is. Hope, British Columbia. There you go. Yes. So it's in a town called Hope, British Columbia. Oh my God. Yeah. So the First Blood film, as they paid it homage, like we have the Rocky statue in Philadelphia. And now, till the film First Blood set the fictional town of Hope, I'm reading what they wrote, was filmed in Hope, British Columbia, where they recently erected, get it, erected a statue of John Rambo. Yeah, it's up there, dude. I am not kidding. It looks very well done. So Hope, oh my God. Yeah, so the statue's up in the middle of the town of Hope where they filmed the movie. Until there's one stop taking pride. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. So you get the negative reviews and the good reviews of why they have the statue. But hell, they filmed the movie there. They filmed the movie in Philadelphia. So why not put a statue up of him, of a guy with PTSD and, going crazy, killing everybody he sees. But yeah. All right. So let me see. All right. Now let me go here. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. Let me go back. Let me get the hell out of here. I want to see how far is Hope, British Columbia. All right. Oh my God. Nope, that's not. Here we go. All right. Oh my God. Hope, British Columbia, Canada. All right. I want to see how far it is. Oh, good goobly goop. It is far. Let me get directions. Oh my God. Yeah, like I'm going to be driving from here to Hope. All right, hold on. Let me see here. All right, I don't care. I'll just go. There we go. Oh my God. It's not telling me. There we go. So it is about 2,000 and almost 3,000 miles, 2,906 miles. And Hope, Canada, it is near the border of the United States. Oh my God. So hold on here. It's near Washington State. Holy caca. I did not know that. Yeah. So let me see here. Hope. There it is. And it is right on the bottom of Washington State. Nope. Wait a minute. I'm wrong. All right. Hold on here. There we go. All right. There it is. Yeah. It's on the northern part of Washington State. Yeah. So it is about one day, 20-hour drive. Are you nuts? No, it's not no damn hour 20. Anyway, I'm going to fly there and not drive. Are you effing nuts? Yeah. So, yeah, the statue is in Hope, British Columbia. Yeah, so whenever one day I will go up there and check it out. And number one Stallone movie, and everyone knows it, Rocky 1996. Directed by John G. Avildsen, writer Stallone, cast Stallone, Talia Shire, Burt Young, Carl Weathers, and Burgess Meredith. Now, as we all know, he was a boxer, down and out. He wanted to go pro. There was his trainer that believed in him, saw something in him, made him a beast. and he wanted to fight the greatest fighter in the world, and he did. And pretty much the greatest fighter in the world thought this guy was like a feather, I could blow him off. He's done. Turns out that he wasn't. It was based on something that Muhammad Ali, and it was a great film, classic. It was nominated for awards and it was praised. Next thing you know, the story they're gonna make a movie about the hell that Stallone went to make this movie. He didn't want to give up the script. He didn't want to sell it because he held it. This was like, this is my baby, my project. No, because he knew what was going to happen if Hollywood took his script. They were going to change it around. They were going to get like this high paid actor. And, you know, he said, no, I'll do it for what you give me and I'm going to act in it. And they were like, you're doof. You know what I mean? But no, Stallone was like, no, like I said, I'm going to act in it. This is my character. This is what I created. I'm doing this movie myself. And he did. And now the movie's a classic. So that is number one. Sylvester Stallone movie, Rocky 1976. And you know what's number one? Me. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another edition episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say to everybody, I am an accomplished author. I have written a book entitled Chinese Food for Breakfast. You can find my book either on lulu.com, that is Lulu, or on Amazon Kindle. And it's an ebook. You could download the book, read the book anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or your laptop. And the book is only $4, people, so you're really not going to be breaking the bank. So download the book today and enjoy a good read. Chinese Food for Breakfast by Jerry Torres. Also, if you're interested in joining the Camden Comedy Collective, go to the Camden Comedy Collective website on their Instagram and definitely fill in the application. And then you go through a whole great process there and try to join. We need more members, man. The more, the merrier. If any talent you got, either if you're a hip hop artist, a musician, or an actor, or a comedian, or a professional writer, bring your talents to the Camden Comedy Collective. All right. And now to get on the Camden Comedy Collective, it's CamdenComedyCollective.com. You can check out their website. There's an application to fill out, and you'll definitely go through a great process. And then once everything is done, you go through a nice interview, and we'll see what happens from there. But other than that, if you have a talent that you love so much, you want to express it, come to the Camden Comedy Collective, people. So whatever you got, from tap dancing to what else, writer, acting, comedic, anything, and you want to show it, you want to shine, come to the Camden Comedy Collective, people. Also, listen to my good friend Latisse Mitchell's podcast show, Tice Talk. She's in the works of making a comeback. Her podcast show is hysterical. You can listen to her previous podcast shows on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube, or on iHeartRadio. Her podcast show is hysterical. It's about life, family, relationships, things that are happening right now. She makes it hysterical, and she's one of my dearest and closest friends in the comedy business. I love watching this woman perform. Oh my God. And anytime I do a show with her, I know it's going to be the best shows ever. So listen to Latisse Mitchell's podcast show, Tice Talk.
It'll knock your socks off.
Tice Talk with Latisse Mitchell.
Real bad.
Tice Talk.
You just got pwned.
Tice.
Get wrecked.
Also, listen to Gordo B. He's an upcoming hip hop artist. You can listen to his music on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. You can download his music and listen to it anytime, anywhere. He's one of the best hip hop artists right now that's coming up. He's working on a tour. I compared his music to The Diggable Planets, De La Soul, and a Tribe Called Quest. Really smooth. You can understand what the hell he's saying. And I love it. It's the type you don't have to dance. Just sit down, put your headsets on, and just bop your head, man. That's the type of music it is, just to relax and chill. Again, you can find Gordo B on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. And download his new music. Check him out. Listen to Gordo B, and it's spelled Gordo capital B. Also, listen to Funky Times. They are a great band. They mix up jazz, funk, rock. They know how to make music and make music right. You can find them on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. And if you're interested in hiring them for an event, send them an email, work things out, and I'm telling you, you won't regret it. So listen to Funky Times. Speaking of Funky Times, I use their music pretty much to close my pocket. Damn it, that was fast. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, I'm getting low here. All right. Anyway, ladies, thank you for listening for another edition episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say towards the end of my podcast, whatever religious figure you believe in, may you be blessed. I bid you all a fond fondue. I'll be back. So I ask you all, please don't go a changing. I'm a gone, get it gone, and bye.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Limited time offer. No purchase necessary. Offer valid at participating locations. Void where prohibited. No animals were harmed during the production of this soundboard. Subject to change without notice. Side effects include dry mouth, occasional pig snort or two, sore stomach, teary eyes, achy jaws, and whatever tingles well. Laughing heart.
You've just heard the Jerry Torres program on Spotify, Riverside FM, Apple Podcasts, and listen to him and other podcast affiliates. Subscribe to the Jerry Torres program on Spotify because remember, boys and girls, that the Jerry Torres program has been known to bring magic into your heart, mind, and soul. Magic.